Hello, this is Joe with Nerd in Korea. We're on our second video of this series explaining some Commander rules and going into specifics. So this is the color identity video. This is, I think, one of the more complicated parts of Commander and what a lot of people seem to get confused about. So I wanted to do a video specifically on this topic. So what is color identity? First of all, there are 6 types of energy called mana that can be created to cast spells in Magic. Again, spells are any card that is not a land, is a spell. Okay? These are white, blue, green, red, black, and colorless. All decks have access to colorless. So that's very useful to keep in mind. You need mana of the correct color to cast spells of that color. Well, every color is able to do just about everything. Some colors are better at specific things than others. And this is called usually the color pie. Like, one specific color is supposed to be able to do one thing and other colors are not. These days, just about any color has some options that allow you to break the color pie. That's called. But yeah, so you can find options for just about anything. Are they efficient? Are they cheap? Are they easily available? Probably not. So like counter spells. Does blue? There are counter spells in many colors. They're usually much more specific, or they have some other kind of downside. Like white, a lot of their counter spells are just like they have to pay 1 extra and then hey, there you go. Like Mana Tithe and white, yeah. Every color can do everything. Not every color is good at doing everything, basically, is the idea. Where originally some colors could do some things and not other things. Now, it's more like, are they good at doing it? Are they efficient at doing it? So this is something green gets ripped on for a lot. Green can do just about everything. Maybe not counterspell so well. That's maybe the one thing. But yeah. Anyway. The commander decks are limited to the color that the commander of the deck has. This limitation is called color identity. So your commander kind of dictates what colors you're allowed to have in your deck. The commander may have more than one mana color in their identity. So in the last video, we talked about Chatterfang. That was the kind of main example. And he's Golgari, so he's green and black, right? Once again, and colorless. But anyway. So, looking at Chatterfang again. Hey, Chatterfang, how you doing, buddy? There are 2 main places to look on your commander to determine its color identity. These are the mana symbols in the cost and cast and the rules text box. So again, just like in the last video I pointed out, casting cost, he is 2 and a green, so he has green, and then his ability is a black. Right? He has a black mana symbol in his rules text box. He has an ability that shows a black mana symbol. So he is Golgari, he is green and black, even though his actual costing cast is only green. Some cards can designate themselves as having a specific color identity. For instance, this card is considered all colors according to its text. So here, this is 2 and a green, just like the last one was, Chatterfang was, but in its text, it says Falaji. Okay, Wayfarer is all colors, right? It declares itself all colors. So if you have this as your commander, your deck can have all the colors, which can be very useful. But anyway. Multicolored spells you have Convoke. That's actually not bad. Hey. Yeah, I'm not making a Convoke video, so I'm not going to go into that. So, what does not count as your part of your color identity? So again, if something is not listed at all on your commander card, it's out automatically, but also any written color does not count toward the color identity. So here, it says create 2 1/1 black creature tokens if you draw your second card on a turn. So the black in Mad Ratter would not add to the color identity. Because it is written, it doesn't show the mana symbol, it just says black. The word black does not have anything to do with the color identity. Also, this would not be a legal commander because it's not a legendary creature. So you couldn't use this as your commander anyway. But anyway, alright. Excuse me. If you have more than one commander card, or one card acting as your commander in the command zone, both cards are used to determine the color identity. So here we have 2 partner cards. So Akiri the Lineslinger and Ravos Soul Tender. I probably wouldn't actually put these 2 together, but you could, you know? So there's Akiri is white and red, and Ravos is white and black. So their combined color identity is white, red, and black. And this is called Mardu. I'm having a lot of trouble saying words today, but anyway. So there are several types of keywords or card types that allow for more than one commander card. So this is something we just talked about, where we had partners. There's also something called Friends Forever, which is just partner. But they didn't want to let people partner these with partner the partner cards with these ones, so they needed a new keyword, right? So basically, these ones only combine with each other, and partner cards only combine with each other. If they only use partner, then any of them could mix. So they just wanted to make sure that these could not be combined with partner cards. So they made another keyword. But anyway. So, again, exceptions include Partner Friends Forever, Background, Planeswalker, and Dual Face cards, which we're going to talk about next. Backgrounds are from the D&D, Battle for Baldur's Gate set, and it allows you to have an enchantment as kind of like a partner card. So that's pretty cool. I actually used that for one of my commanders. Anyway, double face cards are another point of confusion. They may have different colors listed on each side. So here, all mana symbols shown count towards the color identity. For instance, Eskia, God of the Tree, would be mono green. Again, only green, we say mono green. While the other side is Wooburg, all colors. So the other side is the Prismatic Bridge. So that is something that you could use. Note, double-sided does not allow the player to use... The double-sided does allow the player to use the enchantment as the commander. So usually, you would not be able to use an enchantment as a commander. And then there's background, where you could have a creature and an enchantment. And then we have this, a double-sided card, where one side is a legendary creature and the other side is an enchantment. Well, legendary enchantment, but it doesn't really matter. So yeah, that lets you use the enchantment as your commander. It's a loophole where you'd be able to use enchantment as commander. So again, there's the 2 sides. That is 1 card. Remember, that is 1 card, and there's the 2 sides of the card. Some cards allow you to choose a color for your color identity. These cards are highly limited. Currently, there are only 3 cards, that let you do this. So one here is Prismatic Piper. And this is from the Commander set. Anyway, yeah. Commander Masters? Not Commander Masters. What was that called? I'm spacing on everything, but anyway, they had a lot of partner cards, and you can use this as a partner. So you'll have one card, and then this is a partner, and this allows you to choose any color. I guess you could use it as your main commander as well, but it doesn't do anything, so that would, other than let you choose the color, so that'd be bad. Clara Oswald. She can be combined, she's kind of like a partner with any Doctor's Companion. With any Doctor from the Doctor Who set, you can add her to that and choose a color, and then Faceless One. Faceless One lets you choose the color and have a background as well, alright? But other than that, it doesn't really have any of its own abilities, which is not great. Once you know what cards should you put in your deck, once you know your color identity, you need to choose cards of that color. Remember, you may always use colorless in your deck. So they can be very useful for adding some flexibility. So this one, Environmental Sciences, is from Strixhaven. It allows you to search your library for a basic land, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Then you gain 2 life. This is really what's called mana fixing, where like maybe you have a 3-color deck. Let's say Mardu, like in the previous example, where it's a white, red, black. Well, you've got a mountain and you've got a swamp, but you don't have a plains, so you can't cast a bunch of your spells. What you need is to get that plains down, and then you can cast everything. So this would let you search your deck for the land you need. It is not the best card in the world. It is a colorless that is breaking the color pie. It's a colorless you can put into any deck. It is not the best card. But people on the budget sites are always like, oh, that's not the best card. Like, yeah, it's cheap and you can use it in anything. This is a very budget card. That's why I think it's kind of good. So a deck may have any number of basic lands of the correct color in it. So remember, it has to be basic land, alright? And that is the only exception to the singleton rule. So again, you're allowed to have 1 of each card except for basic lands. So mountain, as long as your commander has red in their color identity, you can put as many mountains as you want, right? You can do 99 mountains if you really want. I mean, that'd be a bad idea, but you could. While lands are considered colorless, you still may only put lands that can create mana of your color identity in them. So that kind of makes sense, right? You wouldn't really want to. Like if I had Chatterfang and I put a bunch of plains in there into my deck, I just wouldn't be able to use the plains. It'd be a waste. So yeah, that's technically a limitation, but also kind of just common sense, right? So here you got Waterfront District. That makes a blue or black. Again, you can only put 1 in because it's a land, it's not a basic land. Again, right there, instead of land, it'll say basic land, not land. This is not a basic land, you can only put 1 in. Also, your commander, if you want to use this, has to have blue and black, or Dimir is what that combination is called, Dimir. You need to have that in your color identity for your commander, right? So what can be put in your deck? Oh. So this limitation of the mana symbol can actually be very useful. Try to include cards that allow you to fix your mana source. Again, I talked about fixing mana already, but these I think are really underrated cards. So things like Riveteer's Outlook and Broker's Hideout. When you play this as a land, you immediately sacrifice it, and you get to search your deck for color, right? A basic land card. For instance, Broker's Hideout, you can find forest, plains, or island. Yeah, a basic forest, basic plains, basic island, and put it into your deck. So put it into the battlefield tapped. Put it into your deck. So this allows you to fix your mana very easily and quickly. I think these are massively underrated. I think these are great cards. These are under $1 now. The last time I checked anyway. I think they should be much more expensive. Just this so useful. These cards may be used in any deck. Again, there are 5 different versions that all search for different lands. So you can put more than one. Again, you could put a Broker's Hideout and a Riveteer's Overlook in the same deck, right? I think as long as they have like at least 2 of the lands you're looking for, it's worth putting in there. So this is something we touched on before, but we're kind of looking at it from the other side. So we talked about double-sided cards as commander. Now we're talking about double-sided cards in the 99 in your deck, right? Not your commander. Another possibly confusing case is double-sided cards. These are essentially 2 cards in one. You must have all the colors of both sides in your color identity. So just like if they're your commander, here we got Valki, God of Lies, which is not Balki, who is the cousin of Cousin Larry Appleton. Joke, but anyway. And that can also be cast as Tibble, Cosmic Imposter. So again, Valki is mono black, only black, but the other side is Tibble, and that's black and red. Okay, black and red, or Rakdos, that's called Rakdos. So your commander's color identity would have to be black and red, or Rakdos, or something that includes black and red, like white, black, and red, Mardu, our earlier example. You could use this card, absolutely. But you do have to have all of the colors listed on both sides of the card as in your color identity. You can't use this to like cheat a card in to your deck, basically, right? You can't say, oh, I have a mono black deck, but I'm going to use this card. No, you can't. Also, there are cards where you have an optional casting cost. So, for instance, here we've got the Vizkopa Vampire. They have such weird names. Oh, Magic, you're killing me. And it's 2, and it shows a symbol that's white and black. That means you choose white or black, okay? So this applies also when a card has optional colors listed. For instance, this card can be paid with 2 of any color and a white or black, right? So the white or black symbol means you choose. You can choose a 2 and a white or 2 and a black. You may only use a commander with the black and white in its identity. A lot of people, including me, were like, oh wait, can I use this to sneak things into my deck, right? For instance, Cheddarfang is Golgari, green-black. Could I put this in Cheddarfang then? Because they both have black. No. You need to have both of the colors. If there is an option, you do need both of the colors listed in the options. And that's that.